Hey guys, my name is Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I wanted to share two air dry clay home decor projects that I made. One is a wall hanging and the other one is an air plant hanger. So let's just get started. Okay guys, so for our first project, we're going to be making an air plant hanger, and so I sketched out the stencil to use for my project. You can pause this frame here to know what measurements I used, or you can just make up your own, or you can just freehand it as you go. And so we're going to start out by rolling out our clay, and I'm going to be using Daz clay for this. I'm going to place my stencil on top of my clay and then trace it out, and I'm going to make sure to also trace out all of those little rectangles. When you remove your stencil, you should be able to see the little rectangles you did. On camera, it's a lot harder to see them, but in person, they will definitely show up for you. Right here, I traced them out so you guys could see them better. But yeah, all we're gonna do is just remove all of those rectangles. Now I'm going to take some water on my hand and just blend everything out as best I can. And I'm also going to go back in with my needle tool to just clean up the squares a little bit more. Here I'm making sure to also blend the edges of my rectangle. Taking a straw, I'm going to poke a hole on the right and on the left side of this so that we can hang this once this is dry. I'm going to use this bowl to place my clay on the outside of it so that my clay can dry curved. You could also use like one of those big 3-wick candles from Bath & Body Works or anything that you have that is circular. And I did wrap this in plastic wrap so that my clay doesn't stick to the bowl.
Later.
Okay guys, so here's our plant hanger now that it's dry, and I am going to sand this. And then now I'm going to paint, and I'm painting this in ivory color. It's super hard to tell on camera because it kind of looks the same as the clay, but there is a difference. I'm going to speckle this with some pinky brown colored paint, and I did go very heavy-handed with my speckling. To seal, I'm going to be using Deco's Triple Thick Gloss Glaze because I just love this stuff. Next, I'm going to take some twine so that we can hang this up, and I did tape off the ends to make it easier for me to string some wooden beads through. Make sure to do the same to the other side. Figure out around where you want to tie this off and then do your knot, and we're done. Okay guys, so for our second air dry clay project, we're going to be making an arched wall hanging. And so I printed out this rainbow that you guys see here. It was a free stencil that I found, and I'll make sure to link it down in the description box for you guys. And what I loved about this was that it wasn't like a perfect rainbow. One side is like a little bit bigger than the other, which I really loved. By the way, before we move on, I did draw little dots on the rainbow, one at the top for where I want to poke a hole so that we can hang this, and then some on the bottom because I want to poke holes there so that we can hang macrame cord off of them. Anyways, roll out your clay and place your stencil on top and then trace it out. Don't forget to poke your little holes, and for the bottom holes, I only decided to do 4 on each side because I wasn't sure if I could fit all of the holes that I wanted. Now I'm taking my straw and I'm poking out the holes, and it did look like I had enough room to poke more holes for the bottom, so I did. Taking some water on my hand, I'm just going to smooth out all of the edges, and then I'm going to let this little guy dry.
6 hours later.
Here's our little guy now that it's dry, and I'm going to sand him and then paint. And of course, I wanted to speckle this, but I wanted like bigger speckles, so I made sure to water down my paint. Once the paint is dry, I'm going to seal this with Deco's matte varnish. Taking some macrame cord, I'm going to measure out a random length that I like, and I'm going to make sure to cut out all my pieces that same size. And then I'm just going to string my pieces of macrame cord through using the lark's head knot. I am going to comb out my macrame cord, but first I'm going to unravel it to make it easier for me. If you have any pieces of macrame that are longer, just make sure to trim them. For the top, make sure to cut out another piece of macrame cord so that we can hang this up, and I did string some wooden beads through there too. Lastly, tie this off and then we're done. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a bunch of other air dry clay projects on my channel, so I'll link the videos playlist down in the description box if you guys want to check some of those out. But yeah, subscribe for more DIYs and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!